Hello, bros, and welcome to Aspect Zero, Pro for Production, and next part of Four Skulls 3. So we're gonna jump in where we left off last time. I took a rest for a bit after that, because that was a lot. Are you alright back there, Coco? Yeah, I'm fine. Coco presses her chest more snugly against my back than before, then loops her arms around my neck. I can feel her warmth bleeding through my clothes. Her soft hair brushes the nape of my neck like the fur of a small animal. She's not exactly light, but I can carry her without too many issues. My arms are strong, shored up after years of hunting with my spear, and I can walk at a brisk clip without wearing. It's kind of nice being this close to Coco. Actually, it reminds me a bit of my childhood. You know, I was thinking. What? Coco shifts against my neck, her cheek pressed to my back. I can't see her face, but I can imagine she's blushing. I think I like spending time together like this. You mean like carrying me? That's not quite what I was getting at, but I don't really mind it. Are you sure I'm not heavy? Not really. You're nothing compared to the carcass of a baby deer. How charming. I've always wanted to become compared to a baby deer. I know Coco's being sarcastic, most likely to mask her embarrassment, but I decided to take her words at face value. Really? I grin. Well, today's your lucky day. I guess I'm kind of lucky. If it turned my ankle on my own, I never would have been able to make it back to the village. Mika would have panicked for sure and sent out a search party. I don't want to worry her. It seems she can't help but fuss over you. She must like you a lot. She does, yes. She can be a bit overzealous in her affections. In fact, I have noticed, yes. Huh. Coco laughs awkwardly. I hope Mika and I haven't been bothering you. You don't feel awkward around us, do you? Maybe I did in the beginning, but it's fine. I'll get used to it. It's nice seeing you so happy. Are you sure? 100%. There aren't any hard feelings. No, I'm not that petty. Who am I to begrudge your happiness? I'm not that petty. If you're happy, I'm happy. Just simple as that. Yay. Ja. I mean. Coco blinks at me, surprised. Her cheeks turn rose madder pink, her eyes winding. Then, with a small smile, she nods her cheeks against the curve of my back. Thank you for being so understanding. I appreciate it. It's no problem. What are friends for? What indeed? Coco exhales. I feel her warm breath against the nape of my neck, disturbing the loose tendrils of her hair that have escaped from the back of my ponytail. Thank you, Jaja. I'm so happy I was able to find you again. Same here. We're best friends, you and I. My opinions on the subject might have wavered somewhat, but no, I feel confident when I say nothing going to change that, I promise. Oh no, Coco, my dear adorable Coco being. What in the world happened? This is how Mika gets us when Coco and I return to the village. Coco still clinging to my back. Coco tries to reassure Mika, but Mika's concern doesn't waver. You say you tripped and you hurt your ankle. How awful. You might have broken a bone. I was thank you, Jada, for carrying Coco back with you. But now I would ask that you beckon her to me. I shall look after her and I shall do all I can to nurse her back to health. I carry Coco into Mika's tent under Mika's supervision and lay her down on a bed of cushions. Mika props Coco's injured leg upon several more stacks of cushion, then kneels at her side. She brushes out Coco's blonde hair with her fingertips, whips from down her forehead with a damp strip of fabric, and inquires over and over as to her health. It doesn't hurt too horrible, does it, Coco? Do you need any medicine? I have some herbs which are particularly good at easing aches and pains. I can prepare them for you if you like, with a mortar and pestle. I'll whip up a nice warm drink to suit you, and maybe some porridge too. You need to eat to get your strength back. I'm fine, really. Don't fuss so much. But you say that your poor ankle is horribly swollen. It must hurt a lot. Don't feel obliged to show a brave face to me, my dear Cockabeen. I would never judge you. You may cry to my bosom if you want. I would be more than happy to hold you close. That's really illustrative of you. Coco pulls her face. But isn't that a ploy to get me to bury my head against your chest? Naturally, I wouldn't mind that. Of course you wouldn't. But I'm suggesting this for your sake, and yours alone. I only want to be the best for you. I know you made it more than apparent. What with all your anxious flapping? I appreciate it's appreciated, but it's a bit intense. You're acting like I'm on death's door. What? Oh no. The girl, of course, one hand pressed to her chest. Her eyes are comically wide. I can easily imagine them falling from the sockets and rolling along the floor. Please, do not mention the D word in front of me. I fear my poor heart cannot handle the strain. What? Door? No? Oh. Mika cries. I got her fingers twisting in her mint green tresses. I cannot say it, contemplating it smart, like one of 1,000 bee stings to the heart. That sounds dangerous. Maybe you're the one who needs to take some medicine. Coco sounds concerned, but Mika isn't listening. She's going off on a tangent, as soon as she often seems to when she gets excited. If you were to pass away, Coco, I have no idea what I would do. You are my light and my love, and when we are together I want nothing else. When we are not together, my world is drab and dull. I know not how I lived before I met you. It's only the thoughts of your smile waiting for me back home which gets me through the weary weeks we must spend aparted. Do not leave me, Coco. If you see light, don't go towards it. Stay here by my side for all eternity. I wasn't planning on going anywhere, and I can't see any lights. I think you're taking it a bit too seriously. Nonsense. I can never be too serious about it. I love you after all. Now let me prepare you that herbal tea. And the porridge I shan't be too long, my dear Coca-Bean. Mika hurries to prepare the tea and the porridge, while I remain sat at Coco's side. Coco's ankle is still swollen, but she is bearing the pain well. Mika fancy concern must have helped take her mind off things. We're all right, Coco. I live. Don't fret so much. You don't think you've broken any bones? I don't think so. It doesn't hurt that much. It's a bit of a dull ache, but that already started to fade. Judging by the way Mika was carrying on, you really would think I was dying. Careful, Coco. You best not mention the D word, or she'll have another breakdown. Ah, yes. How silly of me. Coco laughed. With some luck, she'll be too preoccupied preparing the tea that she can't hear us. I wish she would offer the help around the home when I'm not unwell. It would be a boon. Oh well. I'm glad she cares so much, though. In this case, she might care a bit too much. She's very dramatic, yeah. But it's kind of sweet seeing her fuss so much. She must love you a lot. I've no doubt about that. Mika strives to take good care of me. She always looks out for me. I can tell. You two are so lovely, though it's actually kind of excruciating. But, offer Coco a toothy grin. You can make an adorable couple. With Coco safely and trusting in Mika's care, I return to the hunt alone. I spent several hours in the forest arming my spear and look out for tasty morals that may happen to cross my path. I'm not able to find any deer despite my earlier boasting, but I do catch a couple of hares. I return to the village with my spoils, and Ayana pauses in her training to prepare and cook them. Typically Coco would help her, but Mika's being very protective of her. She's adamant that Coco lie on a pile of cushion inside the tent with her leg propped up. I can't have you getting hurt any further. That would just about break my heart. Don't you know how precious you are to me? Also Mika says. We eat our cooked hare later the evening inside Mika's tent. The meat is rich and the mouth-watering smell of wood smoke clings to it. I dig my teeth into the meat eagerly, tearing strips of it off the bone. I'm ravenous. Hunting is hungry work. I eat so enthusiastically I get some use on my shin. Ayana has to brush these aside, tutting as she does. You're making such a mess, Jaja. Sorry, I just can't help it. Your food is so good, Ayana. It awakens my primal instinct. It turns me into a ravenous beast. Oh, I see. I'm flattered, I suppose. The meat isn't about to go anywhere, though. It's very, very dead. You took care of that when you hunted it. And if you did happen to make a mistake, the cooking process should have finished it off. There aren't many creatures that can survive having their skins peeled off, their meat smoked over an open fire. I know that logically, but logic plays no part in it. I nudge Ayana playfully in the side. Your food is too good not to stuff it to my mouth. Oh, num num. I take another bite of my hare meat to illustrate my point. I bet even hares do the same if she was here. She might be a princess, but the meat like this can make anybody forget their manners. You exaggerate. My food is nothing special, but thank you. It's nice to know that at least one thing I'm good at. Hey, don't be like that. There's a bunch of things you're good at. I'm not so certain about that. You should be. You're way better at magic than I am, for the starter, speaking of which. I pass my fingers above my hare's leg. I already stripped most of the meat from the bone, but there's a bit of it left. I want to consume these scrappy bits of leftovers meat too. I do more good in my belly than on the greasy bone, but something has just occurred to me. I'm curious. I was so busy devouring Ayana's wonderful food, I almost forgot to ask her how her day's been. How did your training session in Maya go? Did you make much progress? About that. Anna sets off a piece of half-eaten hare meat into the floor, then toys awkwardly with the ends of the white hair. Anna, unlike me, is very neat, tidy eater. She doesn't have any use around her mouth or on her fingers. I wonder how she does it. Perhaps this is proof of nothing else, of her latent magical abilities. I can't eat anything, not even a banana, without making a mess. It could have gone better, I suppose. Ah, I see. Did you have some trouble? You could say that. Ayana draws her knees up beneath her chin. She winds her arms around about them, then rests her cheeks upon them. I tried my best, really I did, but I can't quite seem to grasp how it's supposed to work. I was a very patient teacher, but it was a little use. I'm afraid when it comes to magic, are woefully deficient. I not be much of use against Imala like this. But you fought off all those slimes back there's with it. That's got to count for something, surely. I can begin to suspect that was nothing more than a fluke. I have no idea how I did that. It seems unlikely I'll be able to replicate my past success. I'm sorry everybody for letting you down. I really am worthless. Ayana. Coco mentions, and I don't think it's because of the pain in her leg. She's been relaxing for the lion's share of the day, and the red swelling about her ankle has gone down considerably. If it weren't for Coco's shoes, not that she's wearing any right now, I wouldn't want to put any weight on it in a hurry, but it should heal up completely in a couple of days. Coco's consternation must stem from her physical discomfort, but the look on Ayana's face, her heart must be breaking for Ayana. I would know I feel much the same way. Please don't be so hard on yourself. I'm sure you've been trying your very best. There's nobody in the world who can be good and a new pursuit from the beginning. Everything takes practice. Don't lose faith in yourself. I believe in you. Same here. I was watching you while you were practicing with Maya, and I think you made some improvement. You didn't bind her with rope this time, which is a plus. Maybe not. But I didn't do much of anything else either. I was only able to summon a few sparks. A few sparks is better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick. So are many things. I tried my best, but I had nothing to show for it. I'm so useless. Alright, Diana, that's enough. Cut it out with the pity party. Maya's commanding tones cut through Ayana's despair like a knife through flesh. Surprisingly, Ayana lifts her head. I apologize? You better. I'm your tutor, and I won't let you badmouth yourself. Can't you remember the first lesson I installed in you? Always remember, breathe deeply and regularly? That was one lesson, yes, but it's not the most important when it comes to magic. Then always be mindful of my posture? That's not it either. So I should be mindful of my posture? You should, of course, but a positive mindset is also important. You didn't make much progress, but you have improved. Even a bit of improvement is better than none. You're not quite as hopeless as you were last night, but tomorrow night you should be a bit better, and by the night after that you'll be better still. You need to think positive. But I try to be positive. I've been disappointed all the more when things don't work out. And who said things won't work out, huh? Cut it out with that gloomy self-pitying. Smile, Ayana. You'll be surprised at what the difference it can make. I'm not very good at smiling. How can you not be good at smiling? You only need to manipulate a few muscles in your mouth. Well, Toots, you can be awfully stubborn at times, do you know that? You might act like a shy goody, but you're just as bull-headed as a yaya. I do wish you could learn to be more confident. That's all you need. If you don't know how to smile on your own, then I have to help you. Let me give you another tutoring course. Huh? What are you? Anna begins, but she is unable to finish. Well, that is funny. Well, let's save them. So that was all I have for Sakura Forest Girl Street this time. That's it, Language. See you next time. Bye bye.